to start a story with a map. Vikings actually didn't have maps. They navigated by the stars, which is kind of amazing. Imagine setting off into the unknown and not knowing where you're going. But I like to start a story with a map, and lots of writers do this. There's an amazing book called Treasure Island, where the writer, Robert Louis Stevenson, said he hadn't even thought of the story before he drew the map. And as he drew the map of Treasure Island, the pirates came creeping out of the map at him. Long John Silver, who's the hero of that book, or rather the villain, came creeping out of the map at him. So drawing the map gave him the idea for the story. And I think this is a great way to start a story, by drawing a map of your imaginary place. And as you draw it, it gives you ideas for the story. And it also makes somewhere imaginary feel like a real place. So I always start my stories with a map. And I think it's a great way, if you want to write your stories, try drawing a map of your imaginary place and then making up a story about it. And another kind of map that I use to write a story is something called a story map. And this is a sort of a map of your ideas. I find it a good way to give me ideas and also how to structure the story. So I start off with an idea in the middle, and then I have lots of different ideas that I sort of shoot out from the central idea in the middle. And this gives me ideas for the story and also a way of structuring the story as I go along. What you can see on this piece of paper is a sort of ideas map. So I'm putting down my ideas for the book all on one piece of paper, and I put them down so that I can put them in order, so that there's a beginning, middle and end. And you can see it all on this one piece of paper. And also on these pieces of paper, I'll draw pictures of the characters or pictures of where things are going to happen, again, as a sort of ideas map. Or I might draw pictures of all the covers for the future books, just to see whether I can think about them as a series. And if I'm writing a book for younger children, I'll actually make a little book. This is actually the first Hiccup book. It started as a picture book, and I actually make a real book out of pieces of paper. You can just cut up pieces of paper and make it into a book. And I do that so that I can see what's going to happen on each page and see how I'm going to put what bit of the story in what part of the book.